Hello everyone, I am Kamil Khan, Assistant Professor, BCA Science Department, Abu Dhabi Namza Senior College. Today we'll discuss about core Java. Topic will be covered in this session is inheritance, superclass, subclass, and super keyword, method overriding, runtime polymorphism, use of final keyword, variable, method, and class, use of abstract class and abstract methods interface, defining and implementing interface, runtime polymorphism using interface packages, and creating and accessing using the package. Inheritance. On the surface, inheritance is a code reuse issue. We can use the extends keyword for the inheritance. We extend the code that is already written in a manageable manner. Inheritance is more, it supports polymorphism at the language level. To take an existing object type, collection of fields and methods and extend it, create a special version of code without rewriting any of the existing code or even explicitly calling it. And result is more specific object type called the subclass, derived class, child class. The original code is called the superclass, parent class, or base class. Inheritance example: employee, employee having the name, email, and phone number. The These are the attribute. After we are creating the full-time employee, also has a salary, office benefits. Next, we are creating manager, company car, can change salaries, rates, contracts, office cities. And other is contractor. In that hourly rate, contract duration, this type kind of things. A manager is a special kind of full-time employee, which is a special kind of employee. Okay, in that we are extending the uh, attributes in the manager class. What is the polymorphism? Poly means many and morphism forms. Polymorphism. Yeah, this is a Greek word. Polymorphism. Create a code that deals with general object types without the need to know what specific type each object is. It generates a list of employee names. All the objects derived from the employee have a name field since employee has a name field. In employee class, no need to treat a manager differently from the anyways. We have seen in previous slide. Method of polymorphism. The real power comes with methods or behaviors. A better example, shape. Object type used by drawing program. Means shape is a superclass and rectangle, circle, these are the, we can say, subclasses. We want to be able to handle any kind of shape someone wants to code in the future. We want to be able to write code now that can deal with shape objects without knowing what they are. Shapes. A shape class having color, layer, these are the field. Draw is the method. Calculate area or serialize, these all are the methods. Okay. Serialize generates a string that can be saved and later used to regenerate the object. Kinds of shapes: rectangle, triangle, circle is the shape of the different kinds of shape. So we can create the different classes for the rectangle, triangle, and circle. But whatever the attribute, for example, rectangle need, triangle need, or circle need, we add that attribute in the specific class. How we define a class? Class is a keyword. After that, we are writing the class name. Whenever we are writing a class name, you should see if you are writing or you are using the camel casing. Field declaration, initialization of codes, constructors, and methods. Abstract class modifier. Abstract is also the keyword in the Java. Abstract modifier means that the class can be used as a superclass only. Whenever we are creating a class, at that time class will be used as a superclass. No object of this class can be created. It can have attribute, all are inherited. Methods can be overridden by the subclasses. It is used in inheritance hierarchy. Interesting method modifiers like private, protected, and public. Protected means private to all but subclasses. It means that private method can be accessed only by the same class. Public method can be accessed by any of the class, and protected method is can be accessed by any one of the subclass. Abstract, no implementation given must be supplied by the subclass. It means that we can only create a declare a methods. We no need to write a definition of the methods. Here is a final. The method can be changed, but subclass, no alternative implementation can be provided by a subclass. Method cannot be changed by subclass using final keyword. Interesting method modifier, native. The method is written in some local code like C, C++. The implementation is not provided in Java. Recall assembler routines linked with the C. Synchronize. Only one thread at a time can call the method or letter. Inheritance versus composition. When one object type depends on another, the relationship could be is a or has a. Sometimes is it's hard to define the relationship, but in general, you use composition aggregation when the relation is has a. What is the composition? One class has instance variable that refers to object of another. Sometimes we have a collection of objects. The class just provides the glue, establishes the relationship between the objects. There is nothing special happening here as far as the compiler is concerned. One object type is defined as being a special version of some other object type, a specialization. The more general class is called base class, superclass, or a parent class. Okay, and the more specific class is called derived class, subclass, or child class. When we are inheriting the class from another class, the first class is called superclass or base class or parent class. When which one is deriving or which one is accessing the class is derived class or subclass. A derived class object is an object of the base class, is a not has a relation. All fields and methods are inherited. The derived class object also has some stuff that the base class does not provide usually. Two kinds of inheritance, implementation and inheritance. Uh, the code that defines methods, the methods prototype only. In implementation, whenever we are using extends keyword, we can implement that methods inside a superclass as well as a, we can say the child class. But in interface, we only provide the prototypes. No need to. We are not able to define the methods inside the interface. Other object-oriented programming languages often provide the same capabilities but not as an explicit option. Implementation of inheritance. Derived class inherits the implementation of all methods from the base class. Can replace some with alternatives. New methods in derived class can access all non-private base class fields and methods. This is similar to C++. Accessing the superclass methods from derived class. Can use We can use super keyword or super method to access all non-private superclass methods. Even those replaced with new versions in the derived class, we can access as well as we can replace that methods. We can use super function to or method to call base class constructor. Basically, it is used for the constructor calling with a specific desired constructor. Whatever the super class constructor parameters having, that can be also accessed by, or that can be specified by the our super keyword. What is the single inheritance? Only implementation inheritance. You can't extend more than one class. The derived class cannot have more than one base class, but interface can have more more than one implementation in that inheritance. Means Java does not supports directly multiple inheritance, but by using the interface we can achieve this multiple inheritance concept. Casting of object of a derived class can be cast as an object of the base class. This is much of the power. When a method is called, the selection of which version of the method is run is totally dynamic. Overridden methods are dynamic. Note that selection of overridden methods is done at compile time. There are some situations in which this can cause confusion. The class object. Of all Java classes, all methods defined in the class object are available in every class. Object class is a base class of all the classes in Java. Any object can be cast as an object. Now we'll discuss about the interfaces. An interface is a definition of method prototype and possibly some constants, static or final fields. It means that interface does not include the implementation of any methods. It just defines a set of methods that could be implemented. A class can implement an interface. This means that it provides implementation for all the methods in the interface. Java classes can implement any number of interfaces, multiple interface inheritance. Interfaces can be extended. Creation, definition of interfaces can be done using inheritance. One interface can extend another. Sometimes interfaces are used just as labeling mechanism. Look in the Java API documentation for interfaces like clonable. Uh, in Java, there is an concept package we'll discuss in the um, second part of this video. Okay, with the complete explanation of superclass keyword and the package. If you have any doubt, you can comment in the comment box. Thank you.